A good evening and welcome to Logan Field here on the Tonawanda Nation, as it is time for game number 1 of this best of 7 playoff series between the number 1 seeded Tonawanda Braves and the number 2 seeded Allegany Arrows. Hello everyone, my name is Trevor Butts. So happy to be joining you all here tonight from Logan Field, as this should be an exciting matchup between the two top teams in the Can-Am Lacrosse League throughout the regular season. The Braves have the home field advantage in this best of 7 series here, as they open up with games 1 and 2 here at Logan Field. Got game 2 action coming at you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, but we're still early here in game 1. Jensen looking for this game's first goal, and he rings it off the post. Good chance there for the speedy transition threat, Taylor Jensen, as he is always in and around the ball looking to create those opportunities, but just rung it off the post here. Fraser flipping it back, looking for Chris Atwood. Can't find him. It'll go over and back as Kelvin Jonathan runs onto it and make sure his Braves have the possession. Waylon Abrams plays it into the middle, misses Grennan. Now Sinez will chase after it. Takes an awkward bounce into the stick of Jeff Geddes, as he will now look to break out. Geddes able to find Dana Ray. Ray bounces it forward for Frank Brown. Brown into the middle. Amos Whitcomb, low shot, stopped by Lazor. Rebound is scored. The follow-up attempt coming from the Allegany Arrows gives them their first goal of the game and the early 1-0 lead. Here we'll get a look at that save from Lazor Whitcomb. What a nice job to track that ball, watch his feet, stay out of the crease, and bury that shot. Amos Whitcomb opens up the scoring here in game number 1 of the Can-Am Championship Series. Now Fraser with a shot that is stopped by Jake Lazor. We know how dangerous Chase Fraser is right off the draw. I've already seen him score on a few of those, particularly in round number 1 against Newtown. If you've been following along on the Blue Squatch socials, you got to see a look at that goal. As now here's a shot coming from Hill. It is stopped by the Allegany netminder, as the Arrows will have possession, as Kobe Whitcomb will bring the ball up the floor. Whitcomb bounces it over to Josh Becker. Now along the near side. Miller, Whitcomb, shot on, stopped by Lazor. Jake Lazor getting the start in this one for Tonawanda. He played excellent for the Braves in their 3-1 series win over the Grand River Warriors. He starred in their games up in Brantford, Ontario, as he really was a big reason why Tonawanda was able to come away with 2 victories on the road. But right now, ball is with Lane Smith and the Allegany Arrows. Here's Smith, tossing it over to Christian Watts. Now Atwood, played it along the near boards. Cloutier looking for an option, decides to keep it himself, takes the shot, stopped by Lazor. Loose ball scooped up by Lazor, and he'll leave it for his trusty defenseman, Zach Belter, to start the breakout. Here comes Patterson, looking for an opportunity, gets the shot on target, but the save is made. Ball flipped here to Josh Becker, as he just steps over the Tonawanda Braves word mark out at center floor before tossing it over to Kobe Whitcomb. Whitcomb gets a screen there from Atwood, and it works to perfection. Kobe Whitcomb gives Allegany a 2-0 lead, as both goals coming from the Whitcombs to put the Arrows in front by 2. And there you will see that rip from Kobe Whitcomb to give Allegany a 2-0 lead. What a nice shot there from Whitcomb. Atwood, you could see, ran a little bit of interference, doing a good job to create enough separation between Whitcomb and the defender to allow him to get the shot off and bury it for the second Arrows goal of the game. Here's Waylon Abrams for Tonawanda. All kinds of room, but the shot stopped, as I believe that's Chase Martin in between the pipes for Allegany tonight, as the Arrows have rotated through both goaltenders throughout the season. Saw a lot of Goa Abrams throughout the regular season, but I've seen a lot more of Chase Martin as of late. Now Chase Fraser looking to find Watts down low, can't hit him. Cloutier has it off the boards. Cloutier looking to get into the middle, takes the shot, stopped by Lazor. Ball now at the feet of Avery Steinbeck Parker, as he will pick it up and toss it up to Corey Becker. Becker has Hill in the middle. Hill goes to Terry. Nate Sinez with it. Back for Terry. We know he can score. Toe drag. Getting into the middle. Quickly swarmed to by Arrows. Gates. Now Terry on his offside. That's not going to stop him as he lets it go. But Chase Martin able to make the save. As now Becker coming over the middle, has to be careful, as he's got to work on Taylor Jensen. Not going to win the speed battle against Jensen no matter who you are. Becker trying to use his strength here. Got away from him for a moment but lost control. Cam Seneca bounces it forward. Jensen looking to go on a break. Decides against it here as he flips it to Nathan Grennan, who's got the fresh legs and is ready to go to work. Grennan looking for an option. Has a man down low. KBP gets to the front of the net, but is stopped by Martin. Chase Martin having a very good start to this game for Allegany. He is key to the success of the Arrows if they want to take this game number one. Speaking of key to the Arrows' success, Chase Fraser going to be very important for Allegany, as he stopped on that shot. A bit of a quieter postseason for Fraser so far by his standard. Did miss a few games in the Allegany Newtown series, but was able to contribute a little bit in the last two games with, I believe, just one goal for Fraser so far. Looking to change that in this game as Sinez is denied by Chase Martin. Zach Terry with it, has Sinez in the middle. Shot is blocked in front. Darius Anderson wore that one for Allegany. Arrows have possession. Ball thrown behind the net. Martin runs a little interference as the Arrows will send it forward, but Taylor not ready for it. Pass picked up by Jonathan. Now Sinez into the middle, dropped by Grennan. Loose ball picked up. Who's got it? It's Allegany's Kyle Gonciorek. Gonciorek loses control there. What a nice check there from Kent Baker Printup to force the turnover. KBP can do it on both ends of the floor as he shows off his defensive prowess there. Now Zach Terry, Owen Hill. KBP with it, looking for a shot. Ball knocked free. Loose ball scooped up by Abrams, misses wide on the shot. Allegany in possession. Kobe Whitcomb working on Hill. Whitcomb gonna pass it down. Hill knocks it out of the air though. Anderson gonna pick it up. Whitcomb behind the back for Anderson. Anderson looking for a place to go with it. That's not what he was hoping for. Jake Lazor's got it. Now Lazor outlets for Belter. Here comes Belter working with Terry. Belter just misses wide. Not a bad decision there from Zach Belter to shoot it as he knocks this one down. What a nice play by Belter using all of that 6'5" frame. Zach Terry now running into safe territory. Going to send a long pass over for Gates Abrams, who Arrows don't know he has it. Gates stopped by Martin. Oh my goodness. Golden opportunity there for Gates Abrams and the Tonawanda Braves, as two Arrow defenders didn't see that he had the ball. But the shot was kept out by Chase Martin anyways. Fraser, swim move, gets the shot and scores. Put it in a museum. Chase Fraser with a beauty gives Allegany a 3-0 lead on their 9th shot of the game, as the shot's now 9-8 in favor of the Arrows. What a pretty goal here from Chase Fraser, as now he gets his first of the game. Swim move goes right over Patterson and then beats Lazor low for the third Allegany Arrows goal of the game. Tonawanda wins that draw. They have possession, looking for their first goal. Grennan with an outside look, stopped by Martin. Tristan Jensen for Allegany as the loose ball. Jensen rocking the Woody here, flips it forward, but the pass picked off. Sent forward now. Waylon Abrams has it, shot, stopped by Martin. Sherman Williams did a good job to not make it such an easy opportunity for Waylon Abrams, but Chase Martin once again comes up with the big save for Allegany. And right now the Arrows performing well here on the back of their star goaltender, Chase Martin. Cloutier plays it into the middle, skips past a few bodies here and goes over and back. Now Seneca will pick it up. Cam Seneca looks for an option, doesn't have what he likes, and we'll wait here for some fresh legs to come off the bench. Now Gates Abrams, one of those fresh legs with it, looking for Seneca, can't find him here. Terry able to pick it up. Terry rips it low, misses wide. Never against seeing Zach Terry grip it and rip it from distance. Not many people can shoot it as well as Terry from the outside. We have seen it all throughout this postseason, particularly up in Grand River, as Whitcomb denied by Jake Lazor right on the doorstep. Cloutier goes to Watts. Now Fraser with it on the far side. Skip pass for Cloutier. Cloutier has Miller with him. Gets a pick from Miller. Finds him. Down low. Shot on. Stopped by Lazor. Great pick and roll game there from Zach Miller and Chris Cloutier. But Jake Lazor with a huge save. Now Kelvin Jonathan putting on the tough defense on Amos Whitcomb, who steps in the crease. Much to the delight of the Tonawanda faithful in attendance, it's a crease violation and possession goes to the Braves. Ball passed into the middle. Karam's off Gonciarek and goes right back to Kent Baker-Printup. Fortunate break here for the Braves. Now Hill on the far side as a penalty going to be called here, as a slashing call will be made against Nathan Grennan, and the Braves will give you a look at it here. As watching Grennan right in the middle of your screen there, takes couple nice cross checks, then goes and gives Dana Ray a nice slash into the side of his back. An easy call for the official. And now for the first time today, the Allegany Arrows will go on the power play as they hold a 3-0 lead. Miller, Fraser, stopped by Lazor. Lazor now looking for an option. Has Becker on the far side, just a bit in front of him, but Corey Becker able to play catch up. Now Becker has a chance, takes the shot. Martin makes the save. Long pass forward here will connect as the Arrows go back on the power play. Greg Miller in the chat, Sco Arrows. They're doing well for you so far. Leslie Kettle as well, cheering on the Arrows. Sharon Sandy, go Arrows, go! And the fans watching at home going to be delighted with that one. Chase Fraser blows it past Jake Lazor, and it's a 4-0 lead for the Arrows. And now Chase Fraser starting to have one of his breakout games, maybe we could call it, here in the postseason, as he was held fairly quiet by his standard, as he's one of the best in the game. In the first few games of the postseason that he was able to play in, not anymore. 2 goals already for Fraser. Tonawanda looking for an answer, can't find it here. Owen Hill denied by Chase Martin, who is really in a zone right now for Allegany, as he has been excellent. Speaking of excellent, here's Chris Cloutier. What a nice spin move to create some space, but a good slide by Zach Belter to pick him up. Now Belter looking to push him over and back, and how about that defense there from Zach Belter on his teammate in the NLL season, Chris Cloutier, forcing him over and back. That's now 2 examples in this game of Belter using his size to his advantage, As Terry with an outside look, stopped by Martin. Chase Martin is dialed in right now for Allegany. And I'll tell you what, this Arrows team is going to be tough to beat if Martin is playing this well all series long. Pass into the middle is disrupted. Loose ball scooped up by Tonawanda. Brayley Abrams. They call him Brizzle Sprouts with it here. Tosses it over to Owen Hill. O-Dog Owen Hill from the box as he tosses it over to Sinez. Now Hill with it again. Hill back to the near side. Kent Baker print up. Has Hill. Gets a pick from Abrams. Shot on. Stopped by Martin. Another nice save by Chase Martin as he continues to stymie the Tonawanda offense. Baker print up with the shot. Stopped by Martin. Good flip pass there from Nate Sinez to find Kent Baker print up. But the save once again made by Martin. KBP over to Waylon Abrams. Just missing. Martin got a piece of it. Now an extended possession here for Tonawanda. Braves looking to capitalize here on these resets. Baker Printup's pass just skips past Zach Terry. Now into the stick of Owen Hill. Bench calling for Terry to set a pick, and he does. Hill looking for an option. Has a man down low in Sinez who's able to pick it up. Jesse Jimerson disrupting him. Now Hill with a shot, stopped by Martin. Sherman Williams first to the loose ball in the corner. Two Braves there behind him, looking to prevent him from breaking out, but the paint man does a great job to get into some open space. Now Christian Watts looking to battle speed for speed here with Jensen. Not going to win it, but let's see if he can duck through the defender's ball onto the floor. Who's coming away with this? It's Tonawanda. Tough play there for Watts going 1-on-3 as the Braves swarm to him and force the turnover. 6 minutes to go here in the first period of play. It is a 4-0 lead for the Allegany Arrows as Tonawanda looking to try and get off the schneid here and get their first goal of the game. Ball is down low with Grennan. Now Waylon Abrams stopped by Martin. Loose ball. Who's going to come away with it? Waylon Abrams and the Braves. That's who. What a nice slash there put on by Waylon Abrams on Darius Anderson there to help knock him away from the ball and allow him to get the loose ball pickup. Now Grennan with a bouncer misses. Terry on the follow-up, stopped by Martin. Oh my goodness, Chase Martin do it all right now for Allegany, as this has been easily the best period of lacrosse I have seen from Chase Martin all season. It is not hard at all to see why he would have been my pick for goaltender of the year last season. He was the best in the league last year. Jake Lazor having a great playoff so far for Tonawanda as he keeps it going here with a save on that attempt. Now Jason Chido finds Hill in the middle. Down low. Baker print up, scores! KBP opens up the scoring for Tonawanda, and the Braves only trail by 3. A much-needed goal there for Kent Baker Printup and the Tonawanda Braves, as it was a slow start for them offensively, and on their 21st shot of the game, they get their first goal of the evening, and it comes from Kent Baker Printup. Tonawanda has the ball off the draw. Sinez goes to Hill. Baker Printup right back to Owen Hill. Gates Abrams has some room, fakes the shot, passes it off. Into the middle looking for Baker Printup. Pass doesn't connect. Xavier Taylor hustling up the floor, looking to start some transition. Not going to have anything to work with here. Cloutier flips it for Kobe Whitcomb. Whitcomb has Watts running some interference. Fraser behind the back misses. What an effort there from Chase Fraser, looking to get on the highlight reel, but just misses on that shot, as it is still a 4-1 game here at Logan Field. Now under 4 to go in the first period of play. KBP has the ball. Nate Sinez, former RIT Tiger. Grennan Terry, back for Grennan. All alone, stopped by Martin. Oh my goodness, biggest save of the game so far for Chase Martin as he denied Nathan Grennan right on the doorstep to keep it a 3-goal game. Now Chris Atwood bounces it over to Zach Miller. Miller has Becker giving him a pick. Goes back to Atwood. Atwood looking for an option. Pass deflected. Steinbeck Parker in trying to get the Lucy along with Jensen for Tonawanda. Who's going to come away with it? Neither, as the one-handed shot goes wide from Becker, as it was a shot clock violation anyways, and possession going to Tonawanda. Owen Hill plays it over to the near side of the floor. Chido with the shot blocked in front. Sherman Williams took one for the team there. Ball on the other side of the floor now. Who's got the loose ball? It's Allegany. Shot on from Watts is denied. Nice save there from Lazor off the good opportunity from Watts. Cloutier can't handle the pass in the middle. Tonawanda now looking to break forward. Corey Becker. We know he can push the pace. Becker stopped by Martin. Tonawanda, no shortage of chances here in this first period of play, but there has been a goal shortage so far, and that's because of the play of Chase Martin. He has been incredible. Smith stopped by Lazor on that outside attempt. Cloutier able to get the reset, though. Zach Miller. Whitcomb through the middle. Whitcomb scores! What a cut through the middle by Amos Whitcomb as he gets his second, and the Arrows have the 4-goal lead back. Here you will get to see Whitcomb coming in from the left side of your screen. Just makes one nice little move. Great awareness from Zach Miller as well to find him through the middle. Excellent feed as Miller has really been sharpening up on his playmaking duties as he has been excellent moving the ball here for the Arrows in the postseason. And that time he finds Amos Whitcomb, who gets his second goal of the game, and the Arrows lead it 5-1. Chris Atwood has a man down low. Now Watts in the middle, he scores! In and out faster than you can blink. Christian Watts extends the lead for Allegany. And this is something I've noticed throughout the postseason, is that Allegany has in large part been without Christian Watts, as for whatever reason he was unable to make the first few games for the Arrows. And I'll tell you what, getting Christian Watts back into the lineup is huge for Allegany, as he is another, borderline NLL talent that they have in their lineup, as there is no shortage of pro caliber players for Allegany, as their offensive five is second to none right now, and it's looking like it. Jensen here, slowing down Xavier Taylor. That is always so tough to do. Taylor on a break. Taylor stopped by Lazor. Braley Abrams tosses it over to Owen Hill. Hill has a lane, just misses wide. They're going to give him the fresh 30 and say Martin caught a piece of it. So Tonawanda will have a fresh shot clock to work with. Waylon Abrams scores! Power over placement for Waylon Abrams as he blasts it through Chase Martin for the second Tonawanda goal of the game. Shots now 26-21 in favor of Tonawanda, as you see that rip coming from Waylon Abrams right off the draw. Could be a chance. D'Amico just misses wide. Tonawanda trying to cut down the lead here. The Braves often seem to find themselves in deep holes in some of these bigger games, and they have to dig themselves out of them. Did it twice against Grand River. Once were able to come away with the victory. The other time they got beat, as a penalty will be coming up here against Allegany, as Tonawanda really wants to avoid falling in these holes. Down by 4 right now, but a chance to get one back here on the power play with 28 seconds remaining in the period. Dana Ray going to get hit with the penalty. Looks like a tripping call to me. So that's what we'll go with, as Ray will sit and think about what he has done for 2 minutes or less, as Gates Abrams will quarterback the power play here for Tonawanda. Baker Prunup has Abrams. Hill. Gates. Him and Owen Hill play catch. Gates with it. Hill looking for an option. Braves might just want to get the last shot here. Waylon Abrams skips it wide. Loose ball in front of the bench, bounces up out of play. 3 seconds remain here for Allegany as they have a chance to get a shot off here late. They do, but Jake Lazor makes the save. And at the end of one period of play, it is a 6-2 lead for the Allegany Arrows. As I take a look at the chat, it has been going all throughout. Sticks up, hearts in, victory vibes, says Leslie Kettle. The Arrows are doing a good job for you right now, as Terpy Toad says Braves got this. Down right now, but they know how to come back in games, that's for sure. Chase said, not today. Brick wall activated. He has been a brick wall throughout this game. That's how you do it. Keep it going, Arrows. Steve Wagner, welcome to Baby Squatch. 38 Vane, heat up. Chino saving everything. Amos, show him what's up, and keep going, Arrows, as the Arrows have tons of support, but as do the Tonawanda Braves here at Logan Field. It is a packed house here in Tonawanda, as they are all out to support their Braves in the biggest game of the season. And now that we are at an intermission break, let's take this time to give you all a look at the Can-Am playoff bracket here as it stands at the moment. There you see our finals matchup between Tonawanda and Allegany. The Braves got here by defeating the number 4 seeded Grand River Warriors in 4 games, while Allegany took down the number 3 seeded Newtown Golden Eagles in 4 games as well. Allegany looking to go for back-to-back championships. Tonawanda looking to bring their first ever championship back here to Logan Field. Right now, it is the Arrows that are out in front here. As we will step aside, want to make sure we say thank you to our great sponsors, Grandma Approved and D3 Nutrition. Without their support, these streams would not be possible. As we step aside, it is a 6-2 lead for Allegany here on Blue Squatch Productions.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd, at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Kent Credit, Tuscarora Nation.
Joel Watson, Whitby, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda.
Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wade Abrams, Tonawanda.
Jason Chado, Hamburg, New York.
Tyler Shotton, I'm a Crooked Arrow.
Zach Belter, Wheatfield.
Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Seneca Falls.
Jake Lazor, Possessor.
My name is Danny Jimerson, I'm from Tonawanda.
Ian Dolak,
West Seneca, New York.
Calvin Jonathan, Tonawanda.
Owen Hill, from the box.
Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name's Keenan Nanham, and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry, and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown, I'm from the Tonawanda Seneca Reservation, and I play for the Tonawanda Braves.
Corey Becker, Niagara Falls, New York.
Bruce Johnston, Village of Akron.
Roger Hill, Tonawanda Braves.
Lee Abrams, Tonawanda Braves.
Jake Havermill, Tonawanda Braves 18.
Les Brown, Tonawanda Braves. Art Jonathan, Tonawanda Braves. Go Braves. Go Braves.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition, with a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York.
Trevor Butts down on the floor with the Allegany Arrows, Chase Fraser. And Chase, you guys are doing very well so far. 6 goals on Lazor here in the first period. Tell me what you guys are really doing well as an offense so far.
With it being the finals and coming into playoffs here in a 7-game series, you gotta come out hot in the first game, right? That first game sets the tone, especially that first couple shifts in the first period, right? So we just did that, and now we just got to keep feeding off that momentum here and just keep stacking this brick by brick and keep going.
Now, you had an incredible goal there with the epic swim move. Tell me what you were thinking, while you're going through all that.
Just saw space behind my defender, took the swim over, and 5-hole was open, so that's where I just put it there. Yeah.
Simple as that, right?
Simple game sometimes.
You guys up by 4 here. What do you got to do to make sure you take this crucial game number 1?
Be able to contain the pressure that they're giving us when we're transitioning the ball up the floor here. Settle in on defense, give up the shots that our goalie wants to see, keep them out of the middle of the floor, and as an offense, just keep moving the ball, swinging, cutting through the middle, and putting the ball in the back of the net.
And when you mentioned your goalie here, when you got a goalie that's playing as well as Chase Martin, how big is that for you as an offense, knowing that he has been so stellar back there?
It's awesome. It's like one of those comforting things, right? You can rely on your defense. Gives us just a couple of times to throw some passes into the middle, and also it's gives you a lot of juice to see him flying around like that. He's an athletic goalie, and it's fun to see when he does some like the splits there. Gets you fired up, makes you want to go do the splits as well, but I don't want to tear a groin here.
We can't have you doing that. Chase, you got to stay out here for Allegany. Thank you very much. Best of luck the rest of the way. Allegany leads 6-2 here at the end of 1 period of play, as we will step aside as you're watching Blue Squatch Productions.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition, with a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York. They offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd, at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you? Where you from?
Tuscarora Nation.
Joel Watson, Whippy, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda. Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda.
Jason Chado, Hamburg, New York.
Tyler Shotton, I'm a Crooked Arrow.
Zach Belter, Wheatfield.
Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Seneca Falls.
Jake Lazor, Possessor.
My name is Dan Jimerson. I'm from Tonawanda. Ian Dolak, West Seneca, New York.
Calvin Jonathan, Tonawanda.
Owen Hill from the box.
Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name's Keenan Nanum, and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry, and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown. I'm from the Tonawanda Seneca Reservation, and I play for the Tonawanda Braves.
Corey Becker, Niagara Falls, New York.
Bruce Johnston, Village of Akron.
Roger Hill, Tonawanda Braves.
Lee Abrams, Tonawanda Braves.
Jake Havermill, Tonawanda Braves 18.
Les Brown, Tonawanda Braves.
Art Jonathan, Tonawanda Braves. Go Braves.
Go Braves.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition, with a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York. They offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd, at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
are you? Where you from?
Kent Tuscarora Nation.
Joel Watson, Whitby, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda.
Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda.
Jason Chado, Hamburg, New York.
Tyler Shonton, I'm gonna cook it out. Zach Belter, Wheatfield.
Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Central Falls.
Jake Lazar, Possession.
My name is Dan Jimerson, I'm from Tonawanda.
Ian Golak, West Seneca, New York.
Calvin Johnson, Tonawanda.
Owen Hill from the box.
Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name's Can-Am and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry, and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown. I'm from the Tonawanda Seneca Reservation, and I play for the Tonawanda Braves.
Corey Becker, Niagara Falls, New York.
Bruce Johnston, Village of Akron.
Roger Hill, Tonawanda Braves.
Lee Abrams, Tonawanda Braves.
Jake Havermill, Tonawanda Braves 18.
Les Brown, Tonawanda Braves. Art Jonathan, Tonawanda Braves. Go Braves.
Go Braves.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you.
Back now on Blue Squatch Productions as we start the second period of play between the number 2 seeded Allegany Arrows and the number 1 seeded Tonawanda Braves. It has been the Arrows who came out and set the tone, like Chase Fraser told us at the intermission break. They did exactly what they were looking to do, as that, I'm sure, came down right from the top as their head coach, Billy D. Smith. I don't know if there was a man better at setting the tone defensively than Billy D. Smith was in his career. So I am sure that he was able to convey that message with ease as his Arrows squad heard it, and they performed accordingly as they hold the 6-2 advantage, but they are shorthanded at the moment. Dana Ray in the penalty box as Tonawanda on the power play. Grennan takes an outside rip, stopped by Martin. Reset here for Tonawanda, despite the buzzer going off. Ganciorek trying his best to jam that ball out of the stick of Nate Sinez, but to no avail here. Sinez gets a pick there from Grennan as he was tripped up, and a penalty coming up against Allegany, and Tonawanda will wisely let the Braves go and get it, as they will now have a 5-second 5-on-3 man advantage with Xavier Taylor heading to the penalty box. As it's an illegal cross-checking call coming up against Allegany's Xavier Taylor, that will give Tonawanda a 5-second 5-on-3 before it expires, with Ray coming out of the box, and they will then have another 5-on-4 power play. So the Braves drop 2-0 of 1 at the moment. They could get their first power play marker still, but Sherman Williams not going to let that happen as he takes that ball away. Cloutier off the pass from Tristan Jensen, being watched here by Anthony Patterson. Patterson able to knock the ball free for a moment. Cloutier gets it back. Cloutier, the oh-so-clutch Chris Cloutier, takes that shot on his offside and drew the penalty, as it will be a slashing call going against Anthony Patterson. Apologies, I did not clip it, so we don't have it, but Patterson will get hung up. And it's not going to be Patterson. Excuse me, it's going to be Braley Abrams, as even Anthony thought he took the penalty. So that's not a good sign, as he looked a little guilty there. But officials say, nope, it's Braley's penalty. And he will sit for 2 or less, as that will do it for the Tonawanda power play, as they will now go to 0 for 2. But we do have a minute and 8 seconds here of 4-on-4 action, so plenty of open floor out there for all these guys. Let's see who that benefits most. Tonawanda hoping it benefits the Braves. Hill flips it back for Becker. Now for Hill. Once again, Hill stopped by Martin. Oh my goodness, what a save. Chase Martin is stealing the show right now for Allegany. Gotta bail out as Atwood gets that shot on, but is stopped by the big rig Joel Watson, who is now in between the pipes for Tonawanda. Lazor led in 6 in the first period. It was a tough period by his standard, so the big rig Joel Watson coming in relief here of Lazor, as he's able to make his playoff debut this year for Tonawanda. Watson had been the tabbed number 1 all season long for the Braves. Did have to miss some postseason games earlier due to an accident, as that shot goes off the post. We are so glad that Joel is okay and everything is all right with him and his folks, as he's now back able to compete here for Tonawanda, and I am sure the Braves are oh so glad that he is back out on the floor. Atwood, outside look, blocked in front. I believe that one was soaked by Mason Homer, as he stepped up and took one for the team. 11 seconds remain in the Braley Abrams penalty. Joel Watson able to make the save. Loose ball battle in the corner. Who's going to come away with this one? It's Jensen and the Braves. His long pass forward, not a great one, as it'll be taken away by Chase Fraser. Watts now knocked loose here. Zach Belter with a great check to pry that one free. Now Cam Seneca going to slow things down here, as he'll toss it over to Gates Abrams. In all likelihood, the Can-Am MVP for this season, Gates Abrams, as Grennan is hammered here and he is down in some discomfort. Jensen takes the shot, but Nathan Grennan is in some discomfort, as he's now able to hop off, as we will give you a look at it. Grennan just going through the middle, trying to make himself an option, just hit very hard as he is knocked to the floor. And the ball will stay here with Allegany, as they had it once the whistle was blown. Here, Zach Miller with it. Atwood over to Amos Whitcomb. Whitcomb. Kobe Whitcomb went now. Kobe, low to high there, misses wide. Into the corner. Atwood. Zach Miller, outside rip, stopped by Watson. Joel looking for a long pass. He's got one. Avery Steinbeck Parker going to slow things down here and toss it over to Gates Abrams. Sinez. Owen Hill. Gates shifting into the middle. Gates has Terry down low. Terry with a shot, stopped by Martin. Penalty thought was going to be coming up here. Officials had the extra arm up. Not the case, as we will play on. Owen Hill has the ball up top. Skips it down low for Gates Abrams. Abrams spins off. His man takes the shot, but Martin makes the save. Sinez has the fresh 30, though, for Tonawanda. Sinez bounces it over to Owen Hill. Sinez gets it right back. Sinez rips it overhand, but wide. Terry off the boards, has it. Terry rips it, misses high. Rebound stays behind the net, as it's going to be a battle for it. Tonawanda looks like they have it, and they do. Owen Hill with the clutch pickup, but he will lose control as he had no options. Ganciorek says thank you very much, and we'll take it back the other way. Fraser looking to hit Atwood on the back door, couldn't do so. Kelvin Jonathan takes it away. Jonathan, 2-on-1. Jonathan, stopped by Martin. Another great chance for Tonawanda as Kelvin Jonathan with a golden opportunity, but was denied by Chase Martin. Martin playing his best lacrosse here in the postseason as he has been saving it for the playoffs as Cloutier scores. Chris Clutch Cloutier comes up with another big goal for the Arrows. It's their 7th of the game. Here you'll see Cloutier just step in, gets enough room to beat Watson on that shot. As the shot's now 35-29 in favor of Tonawanda. Whitcomb stopped here by Watson. Amos Whitcomb looking for his hat trick, but Joel Watson says no. Fraser now tosses it into the middle. Whitcomb stopped by Watson. Crease violation anyways, so possession goes to Tonawanda. Seneca moving forward here. Was matched up now with Frank Brown. Seneca, the defender by trade, will toss it over to Gates Abrams. Now Seneca winds and fires, stopped by Martin. Not a bad shot at all for Cam Seneca, as he is a defender that can score, just like oh so many here on this Tonawanda team, as Gates Abrams is denied on that attempt by Chase Martin. Now too many men, the call against Tonawanda, and possession will be awarded to Allegany. Leslie Kettle says Cloutier lighten up the field and making it look easy. That is what he does all the time. Lane Smith on that low rip is stopped. Fraser knocks it free, takes the shot, but the save made by Watson. And now it looks like a cross-checking penalty will be coming up against Tonawanda, and that's not what the Braves were looking for here. As Kelvin Jonathan will head to the sin bin, we will give you a look here at the attempt by Fraser. Fakes the between-the-legs shot, picks it back up, tries to blast it through the 5-hole. Watson there to make the save. As somewhere in the mix there was the penalty. That brings back onto the floor the Allegany power play. I have them as 1 for 2 here in this game so far. Zach Miller fighting hard for the Lucy in the corner along with Lane Smith. Smith matched up against Jensen. Both guys wanting a holding call here as Jensen bats the stick of Smith out into the middle of the floor, and possession will go to Tonawanda. Shane says, is Aaron George playing? I know Rudy George is not in the lineup for Allegany in this one, if that's who you are referring to. As Grennan takes a shot here, stopped by Martin, as Chase Martin gets just enough to keep that one out. Back the other way. Go the arrow shot on, stopped by Watson. Belter trying to bring it around the net, loses control. Fraser giving him a lot of slashes here as Belter runs him into the back of the net. And officials tell him, Zach, you can't do that. Possession is going to go to Allegany now, as the Arrows are responsible for this period's only goal. They hold a 7-2 lead here in the second period of play. Looking for another was Fraser. Another attempt stopped by Watson. Nice save made there by Joel Watson, as he's got to take his mask off. We'll give you a look at it Fraser with the initial attempt, misses wide. Rebound to Miller. Quick stick from Whitcomb. But Watson with a big right arm save as his bucket needing a little bit of tending to. While he does that, we will step aside here on Blue Squatch Production.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Shot on from Miller is stopped by Watson as we are back underway here at Logan Field, approaching 10 minutes to play here in the second period, as right now it is a power play for Allegany as the Arrows already hold a 5-goal advantage. They're looking to extend it here. Lane Smith with a shot, stopped by Watson. Wide open look there for the big man Lane Smith as he shakes his head on the way back to the bench. He knew that was a great chance for him to score here as Gates goes the other way and scores. Gates Abrams with a much-needed goal for Tonawanda as he gets his first of the game. A shorty for the Braves as they cut the deficit down on their 39th shot of the game. As the shot's now very even, 39-38, as you see Gates Abrams get the shorthanded goal here for Tonawanda. How about another look at it as Gates has that ball down low off the pass and buries it for the third Braves goal of the game. Now Mason Homer with it for Tonawanda. Homer plays his collegiate lacrosse for Lindenwood as the product of Lafayette High School. Homer, 9 career points with Lindenwood in 36 games as Gates Abrams is denied on that long outside shot by Chase Martin as Cloutier takes that pass off the bench from Taylor. Penalty coming up here against Tonawanda. This is what the Braves cannot afford to do here as they are down in this game. Cannot keep taking penalties, even though they were able to get the shorty the last time. It can bite you as these playoff games progress. It will be Anthony Patterson heading to the penalty box. This time it is his penalty as he will sit for 2 or less, as might have got a look at it here, just missed, as the call will go against Patterson and the Braves as he will sit for interference with 8:45 remaining here in the second period of play. Fourth time in this one, the Allegany power play is on the floor. 1 for 3 so far. Lane Smith, all kinds of time, rings the post. Miller able to get the reset. Smith scores! He hit the post once. He's not going to do it twice. Lane Smith makes it an 8-3 game for Allegany. First of the game for Smith as the Arrows get their second of the period. A blast from Lane Smith is what does it. And Allegany able to extend the lead back to 5. Tonawanda in possession of the ball. Owen Hill tosses it over to the near side. Waylon Abrams Looking for the 5-hole, can't find it here. Chase Martin makes the save. Kent Baker Printup with it up top. Waylon Abrams, low rip, misses wide. Rebound picked up by Williams. He's going to send an outlet pass forward for Jensen. Jensen on a break, stopped by Watson. Tristan Jensen with a great opportunity to get his first of the game, but Joel Watson denies him on the breakaway, as now Tonawanda has it back, looking to get the latest goal back from Allegany as they try and dig themselves out of the hole. Terry misses wide. No reset given. Now they will give a fresh 30 out for Tonawanda as the Braves get the benefit of the doubt here. Owen Hill looking, has Gates in the corner. Gates has trouble handling that one. Able to pick it back up though. Gates has two defenders on him. Ganciorek and Jensen looking to break it free. We're able to roll it now. Sinez. Grennan stopped by Martin. Oh my goodness. Chase Martin stealing this game right now for Allegany. He has been remarkable. Now Terry misses wide. Grennan had it for a moment, pops free. Could be a chance now. Anderson trying to get a shot off here. Anderson misses wide. Kobe Whitcomb behind the back. Atwood stopped by Watson. Kobe might have been better off to let that one fly. He was all alone in the slot. Now Whitcomb gonna flip it over to Christian Watts. Watts, Kluche disrupted there by Chido as look out. That one caromed right up into the bleachers. Fortunately hit a wooden pole and no one was hurt. As Kent Baker Printup now has the rock, looking to try and get the fourth goal of the game for Tonawanda. Now Gates Abrams misses on the low worm burner. Ball will now go to Allegany as we got north of 300 of you all tuning in. Thank you all so very much for making us a part of your Friday evening as you are getting treated to game number 1 of the Can-Am Championship Series between the Allegany Arrows and the Tonawanda Braves. This game 1 of a best of 7. Corey Becker now, 2-on-1. Becker, Steinbeck, Parker misses wide. Becker, rebound, scores! Corey Becker cleans up the garbage and gets the 4th Tonawanda goal of the game. The Braves now only trail by 4. Here you will see the break. Great passing there between Steinbeck, Parker, and Becker. Avery just misses on the shot. Becker picks it up and beats Martin for his first of the game and the 4th Tonawanda goal of the evening. Loose ball batted forward. Gates flips it down low, ends up off the post. Not how they drew it up, but Tonawanda going to take it any way they can get it at this point. As now off the push, they will have possession. Waylon Abrams looking to heat up here. Abrams misses on the pass. Sinez gets it off the boards. Kent Baker Printup goes to Waylon Abrams. Abrams. Owen Hill. Baker Printup misses wide. Ganciorek uses his reach to snag that Lucy. Ganciorek, the former Syracuse Orange, sends that ball the length of the floor. Gonna head to Jacksonville for his grad season. Is Ganciorek able to take the Orange to the NCAA semifinals this past season throughout his career up at Cuse. Gates on the doorstep, misses wide. Frank Brown able to get the rebound here. Brown gonna play it forward. Jensen gonna bounce it over to the near boards. Atwood tosses it to Chase Fraser. Now Zach Miller over onto the far side. Kluche has a pick from Miller. Kluche blasts it wide. Gets his rebound off the boards. Looking for Miller, can't find him. Miller now able to pick it up. Miller down low. What a save by Watson. Miller looking to hit Fraser on the back door there, but Joel Watson with a nice save. Another chance the other way, stopped. Rebound denied by Martin. Possession will go to Tonawanda, though. Sinez going to backpedal into some open space. Zach Terry looking for him to heat up in this game. Terry bounces it to Waylon Abrams. Now onto the far side of the floor. Sinez. Waylon steps back. Forward, stopped by Martin. What a nice move there from Waylon Abrams to create the space. Quick stick, doesn't work here. Long pass sent forward, and an arrow has it off the bench, and Amos Whitcomb. Whitcomb off the post, and he scores through the crease. No goal, as our officials right on it here. You'll get a look at it. Amos Whitcomb didn't score directly off the post, then off him in, and Tonawanda sneaks it home. As apologies for the extended replay here, nobody got to see it either in the venue or at home. As Tonawanda gets their 5th goal of the game, and it's now 8-5. Apologies for the scoreboard camera. It is not good, to say the least, and to put it nicely, so I'll do my best here throughout this game to reiterate the score and the time left, as right now 2:33 remaining here in the second. Terry with it. Shot deflects on the way to the net. Terry able to get his own rebound, though, but runs out of time, and it's a shot clock violation. Lane Smith with it on the far side. Smith trying to create some space here, working on Belter. Smith tosses over to Atwood. He can't handle that. Nice move here from Seneca. Cam Seneca brings it forward. Hill with a shot, stopped by Martin. The Braves are throwing everything in the kitchen sink at Chase Martin, but he is stopping it all. Fraser now gets into the middle, takes the shot, but misses wide. Allegany folks wanted a high stick call on Fraser, as I could hear the stick hit the plastic helmet from up here, so the Arrows might have missed one there for him, as it doesn't matter. Chris Cloutier blasts that one home. It's all Allegany here in game number 1. Chris Cloutier gets his 2nd goal of the game as he beats Joel Watson on that blast. The shot's now 49-44 in favor of Tonawanda, as they have been close all game long, and it's looking like it'll stay that way throughout this second and into the third, as Tonawanda just has never really been able to make this close since the start. Allegany came out hot and set the tone early, and the Braves have kind of been playing catch-up ever since. Becker, he's got one today. Becker stopped by Martin. And I'll tell you what, when you got a goalie playing as red hot as Chase Martin is right now, it is oh so easy for Allegany to get energized to go out and play in front of him, like you heard Chase Fraser say. As Atwood has it up here, steps beyond the restraining line as Watson makes a nice save. Atwood looking to find the bottom right corner. Whitcomb misses wide on that shot. Loose ball picked up. Atwood on the shot, just misses. Belter now trying to take away Cloutier out of the occasion. Does so well. Now Homer on a break. Mason Homer scores! What a finish from Mason Homer on the breakaway, as Tonawanda gets their 6th. They only trail by 3. Here you see the goal from Mason Homer. A nice pass forward, hits him as he had just enough speed to beat Xavier Taylor and cut the deficit down to 3. Face-off down here, draw was won by Tonawanda, but ball eventually picked up by Allegany, and they have the possession and the timeout call here with 13 seconds to go. You get a up-close look at the Mosquitoes here at Tonawanda, flying right in front of your lens, as they haven't been too bad tonight, I will say, as it is a little cooler here in Western New York over the last couple days. You know, nothing like Western New York weather. 90 at the start of the week, 70 at the end of it. Even with the Mosquitoes and the cooler weather, the parking lot is full, and everybody is here at Logan Field tonight. I don't think there's anybody here on the Tonawanda Nation that would be missing this one. 13.1 seconds remain here in the second period of play. There will be a chance here for Allegany to get the last shot of the period and try and go into the break with a 4-goal lead. The same lead that they held at the end of the first. It was 6-2 after 1, 9-6 now in favor of Allegany. Let's see what the Arrows do here. Fraser has the ball in his stick. Fraser not going to get an opportunity as Amos Whitcomb was tied up with his man and never had a chance. Long shot at the empty net doesn't go on target, as my apologies there. I did not even realize the net was empty. That could have really been a disaster for Allegany, but Amos Whitcomb gets tied up with Jensen, and officials give the possession call to Tonawanda after that. And now we have reached the end of 2 periods of play. The score at the end of 2, 9-6 in favor of Allegany, as we will give you a quick look here at the schedule for this playoff series. Game 1 right here, right now. Game number 2 will be here at Logan Field tomorrow night. That is a 7 p.m. start time in that game. Be sure to tune in here at Blue Squatch Productions for that. As game number 3 will be coming at you from the Allegany Community Center on Tuesday, August 5th. That is an 8 p.m. start time in that game. And then game number 4 will also be down at the Allegany Community Center on Saturday, August 9th. That is an 8 p.m. start time in that one. And then our If Necessary games, game number 5 will be here at Logan Field on Monday, August 11th at 8 p.m. If we need a game 6, it'll be Thursday, August 14th at the Community Center. And then if this series goes the distance, it'll be game 7 here at Logan Field on Friday, August 15th at 8 p.m. As we get ready to step aside here at Logan Field, before we do, we want to make sure we say thank you to all of the great people here working the concession stand at Logan Field. My main man, Tony, always does a good job working security, bringing us burgers, keeping Jason and I fed, because we both can get pretty hangry if we don't have our meals. He does a great job, but also some credit deserves to go to Stephanie Logan. She is so glad to be back here at Logan Field. And the girls running the concession stand and at the gate, Beta, Deanna, Monica, Judy, and Pook. Thank you to them for all they do throughout the season and for the great work here tonight, as they have had their work cut out for them with the capacity crowd that we have here at Logan Field. At the end of 2 periods of play, it is a 9-6 lead for Allegany here on Blue Squatch Productions.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you from?
Tuscarora Nation.
Joel Watson, Whitby, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda.
Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda. Jason Chado, Hamburg, New York.
Tyler Shonton, I'm a cookie out. Zach Belter, Wheatfield.
Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Seneca Falls.
Jake Lazar, Possessing.
My name is Dan Jimerson. I'm from Tonawanda.
Ian Dolak, West Seneca, New York.
Calvin Jonathan, Tonawanda.
Owen Hill, from the box.
Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name is Can-Am and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry, and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown. I'm from the Tonawanda Seneca Reservation, and I play for the Tonawanda Braves.
Corey Becker, Niagara Falls, New York.
Bruce Johnston, Village of Akron.
Roger Hill, Tonawanda Braves.
Lee Abrams, Tonawanda Braves.
Jake Havermill, Tonawanda Braves 18.
Les Brown, Tonawanda Braves. Art Jonathan, Tonawanda Braves. Go Braves.
Go Braves.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you from?
Tuscarora Nation.
Joel Watson, Whitby, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda.
Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda. Jason Chado, Hamburg, New York.
Tyler Shonton, I'm a cookie out. Zach Belter, Wheatfield.
Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Seneca Falls.
Jake Lazar, Possessing.
My name is Dan Jimerson. I'm from Tonawanda.
Ian Dolak, West Seneca, New York.
Calvin Jonathan, Tonawanda.
Owen Hill, from the box.
Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name is Can-Am and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry, and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown. I'm from the Tonawanda Seneca Reservation, and I play for the Tonawanda Braves.
Corey Becker, Niagara Falls, New York.
Bruce Johnston, Village of Akron.
Roger Hill, Tonawanda Braves.
Lee Abrams, Tonawanda Braves.
Jake Havermill, Tonawanda Braves 18.
Les Brown, Tonawanda Braves. Art Jonathan, Tonawanda Braves. Go Braves.
Go Braves.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you from?
Tuscarora Nation.
Joel Watson, Whitby, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda.
Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda.
We'd like to thank our
Jason Giotto,
sponsor for
Hamburg, New
tonight's
York.
game, Basin Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them that Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at Basin Bud Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Graham's Approved and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given to Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd, at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you? Where you from?
Tuscarora Nation.
Joel Watson, Whitby, Ontario.
Brad Logan, Tonawanda. Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda. Jason Giotto, Hamburg, New York.
Tyler Shonton, I'm a Crooked Arrow. Zach Belter, Wheatfield.
Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Seneca Falls.
Jake Lazur, Possessor.
My name is Danny Jimerson. I'm from Tonawanda.
Ian Dolak, West Seneca, New York. Calvin Jonathan, Tonawanda.
Owen Hill, from the box.
Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name's Keenan Nanham, and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry, and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown. I'm from the Tonawanda Seneca Reservation, and I play for the Tonawanda Braves.
Corey Becker, Niagara Falls, New York.
Bruce Johnston, Village of Akron.
Roger Hill, Tonawanda Braves.
Lee Abrams, Tonawanda Braves.
Jake Havermill, Tonawanda Braves 18.
Les Brown, Tonawanda Braves. Art Jonathan, Tonawanda Braves. Go Braves. Go Braves.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Basin Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them that Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at Basin Bud Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Graham's Approved and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given to Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition.
And we are underway here in the third period of play between the Tonawanda Braves and the Allegany Arrows. It is a 9-6 lead here for Allegany. As we begin the third period, Tonawanda has been one of the best, if not the best, third period team in the Can-Am Lacrosse League this season, and they showed that in their playoff series win against the Grand River Warriors. As they win third periods, they only allowed 2 third period goals in the whole 4-game set against the Grand River Warriors. So Tonawanda, known as a very good third period team, has found ways to dig themselves out of holes before this season. Going to have to do so again here if they want to get the win. Gates Abrams gets the first shot of the period off, but Chase Martin says no. As just taking a look at the chat, what is the admission situation? If you show up, you buy a ticket, you get a seat. It is as simple as that here in the Can-Am as Kobe Whitcomb gets a big goal for Allegany as they get their 10th, and the lead is back up to 4. Kobe Whitcomb has his second of the game on the 47th shot of the night for Allegany, as the shot's now 52-47 in favor of the Braves. But Allegany has the edge on the scoreboard where it matters most as they lead 10-6. Owen Hill has the ball in his stick, going to Zach Terry down low. Terry working on Sherman Williams. Now switches. Jesse Jimerson gives a cross check there and loses his footing. Now down low, shot, they score! Waylon Abrams tucks it past Chase Martin as Tonawanda has their 7th. Those two collide after, but no ill intent, of course, for Waylon Abrams. He just wants the goal, and that's what he got. What a nice finish there from Waylon Abrams as he has his second of the game. And when Waylon Abrams is playing good lacrosse, so are the Tonawanda Braves, as Waylon has been a key part of their success when he has been in the lineup this season for sure. Ball moved down low, looking for Chris Atwood, able to pick it up after mishandling it initially. Taylor Jensen presses him into the boards. Anderson looking for a quick shot in the middle, unable to let the shot go though. No over and back here as Martin will pick it up and send a pass forward for Xavier Taylor. Taylor gives it off as Fraser puts it into the stands as a lucky fan gets a souvenir. As Tonawanda brings the ball back down the floor. Gates Abrams working in the middle. Shot stopped by Martin. Nathan Grennan has been kept quiet so far. Chase Martin makes sure that theme continues. Grennan looking to force the turnover. Can't do so here. It is so tough to catch up to Jeff Geddes when he gets rolling. Not hard to see why the Wings and the Nighthawks at one point gave him a look. Miller. Cloutier, and a whistle here will give possession back to Tonawanda. Long feed connects. Hill takes the shot and he scores! O-Dog Owen Hill with a huge goal for Tonawanda, and the lead is down to just 2 for Allegany. How about this one here for O-Dog Owen Hill as he beats Martin down low for the 8th Braves goal of the game. The crowd loves it as Tonawanda looking to come from behind here and take game number 1 over the Allegany Arrows, while Allegany looking to hang on here and open the series up with a win. Joel Watson makes the save on that shot, and now he'll look for an option. Wisely steps out of the crease to avoid a 5-second violation and hits Nathan Grennan in the attacking zone. Now Baker Prunup with a shot, save made by Martin. Allegany had opened up a big lead at points, getting up to, I want to say 6 at their highest, potentially 5, as I know they were up big at points in this game, but Tonawanda never a team to give up. They will always dig deep and fight back, as these games between these teams have been close all season long. Every game decided by 4 goals or less between these two teams throughout the regular season. I'm sure this one will be no different. Cloutier with a great move here, gets some space. Watson keeps it out. The ball nearly trickled through the 5-hole of Joel Watson, but the big rig got just enough to make the save and keep this a 2-goal game. O'Dog, KBP gets a pick. Baker Printup has Sinez off the pick. Sinez can't find the short side hole. Nate Sinez looking to beat Martin to the short side, but Chase got just enough to keep it out. As this one a close affair. Chris Atwood now in some discomfort for Allegany as he will slowly make his way to the bench. The Arrows down a man at the moment. Becker being hounded here by a pair of Braves as they knock the ball free. Jonathan bringing it forward here, matched up against Christian Watts. Jonathan going to try and get into some open space and flip that ball over to Corey Becker, who will go to work on the attack. Becker has Hill. Over to the near side, Gates Abrams being hounded here by Ray. Braves fans think there should be a holding call. Baker Printup gets the shot off but misses high. And now Ray trying to goad Gates Abrams into taking a penalty, and Gates has got to stop doing that. That is exactly what Dana Ray is out there for. As 1-for-1, Ray for Abrams. I think Allegany takes that trade all day long, as they will continue to jab at each other in the penalty box. It'll be 2 minutes for roughing on the board for each of them. But that's, in my opinion, where Gates Abrams has just got to be able to keep his head a little bit and know that that is exactly what Dana Ray is looking to accomplish. He's trying to get you to take the penalty so that ideally his team will get the power play. But right now, that's one of the best forwards in the league off the floor for Tonawanda, as Ray will sit down as well. Shots now 57-50 in favor of the Braves here with 14-12 remaining in the third. Sinez showing off the cradling skills, tosses it up to Waylon Abrams. Waylon flips it back. Grennan trying to create some space. Grennan behind the back feed, connects. Waylon bounce shot just misses. Sinez looking to get to it, might have stepped in the crease, and I believe he did, so he was unable to pick up the ball anyway. Sherman Williams gets it, and now the captain for Allegany, Jesse Jimerson, will toss that ball over to Chase Fraser, one of the most electrifying players in lacrosse. Thought he had a good look there, flips it over for Cloutier, but unable to get it initially. Now Cloutier on the shot, stopped by Watson. Loose ball, scooped up now by Fraser on the far side. Fraser tosses it up. Cloutier, face dodge, gets to the front of the net and is stopped by Watson. Cloutier has the reset. Cloutier denied by Watson again. Fresh 30 here for Allegany. This is what the Arrows do oh so well. Got to see it a lot in the Newtown series. Miller can't stuff that one home. Mason Homer tasked with bringing the ball up the floor here for Tonawanda. Does so and tosses it to Nate Sinez. Now into the far side, Zach Terry still looking for him to heat up in this one. Martin, what a save again. Chase Martin coming up big as he has taken away darn near double-digit goal-scoring opportunities here from Tonawanda. Waylon Abrams misses on that one. Now Waylon has the reset here. Both penalties about to expire as Ray and Abrams come right out onto the floor, and Ray gives him a cross-check. Sinez scores! Think Gates Abrams had some nice things to say to Dana Ray on the way by. How about wipe the penalty off the board? It don't matter. Goal here for Nate Sinez, as you got to see a bit of it there as those two scuffling. Sinez gets the goal. and brings Tonawanda within one. 12:05 remaining. It is a 10-9 lead for the Braves as they're on a 3-0 run here in the third. And what was I talking about with Tonawanda winning third periods? They do that all season long. They've done it like clockwork as they are winning this third period at the moment, but they still trail by one. Push here against Tonawanda will give the ball back to Allegany now with just a bit under 12 to play. Steve Wagner says, great way to spend a Friday night. We appreciate you, Steve. Thank you for the support. Where else would you rather be than either here at Logan Field or at home on the couch watching this one as Fraser goes behind the back, but Joel Watson ready for it, makes a save. Kluche in some space, stopped by Watson. Loose ball here. Who's going to come away with it? Belter had some trouble with it, but now it winds up in the crease as Fraser was looking to try and pick it up for Allegany, but ran out of room. Mike Schissel in the chat. We appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Matcha Lover loves Gates Abrams. Who doesn't? How can you not love the big man as Waylon Abrams lets the shot go. Blocked down in front. Frank Brown scoops up the rebound as Brown will now calmly toss it over to Kobe Whitcomb. Brown, the former Bandit, heads off the floor as Whitcomb looks to step into the middle. Kobe Whitcomb has had a very nice game here tonight for Allegany. Josh Becker, the former Nighthawk, gets to the center, tosses it over. Amos Whitcomb stopped by Watson. Battle in the corner. Who's going to come away with it? It's Tonawanda as Cam Seneca going to bring it down the floor. Senez. Hill. Man off the bench is Baker Printup. KBP stepping in. Thought about it, takes the shot, misses wide here. Huddy Nanacoke as well in the chat. Glad it is some great entertainment for everyone out there as these two teams putting on a show. Jensen just out of his reach as Hill was looking to feed the speedy Taylor Jensen in the middle of the floor. Tonawanda only down by one. Let's see if they can tie it up right here. Hill has Baker Printup. Baker Printup steps into the middle, has a lane, takes the shot, stopped by Martin. Could hear the ooze from the Tonawanda bench after that one as they thought it was destined for that top corner. But Chase Martin, having the game of his life, keeps that one out. And the lead remains at one for the Arrows. Pass in the middle. Smith scores! What a shot and what a cut from Lane Smith to give Allegany the 2-goal lead back. Take another look at this one as the shot's now 61-57 in favor of Tonawanda. How about that cut and the jump from the big man, Lane Smith, to avoid touching down in the crease to give the Allegany Arrows their 11th goal of the game and the 2-goal lead back, as that is the second of the game for Lane Smith. As Tonawanda has been playing from behind all game long, gonna have to dig themselves now out of the 2-goal hole. Not gonna do it like that though. Ball goes off the boards into the stick of Martin. Now Martin sends the breakout pass forward. Christian Watts running hard on the far side. Watts been a bit quieter goal scoring wise. He has one in this game, but he can be a real difference maker for Allegany when he is on point. Let's see on this shot as he just misses wide. Kluche, a major difference maker here. Kluche stopped by Watson. Man, oh man, both of these goalies are doing all they can to keep their teams in the game. This time, Joel Watson putting on his Superman cape. trying to match the efforts of Chase Martin at the other end. Shot gets knocked down there by Seneca as Tonawanda will scoop up the loose ball. Kelvin Jonathan, the AP player here for the Braves, having a good game for Tonawanda as he'll toss it over to Owen Hill. Hill, one hand on his stick, run down the far side. Hill switches, looks for an option, has Zach Terry up top. Terry winds and fires, stopped by Martin. Grennan and Jensen jawing at it down low. Last touch by the goaltender Martin. Possession stays with Tonawanda. Kent Baker Printup with it. KBP looking for a seal, doesn't have what he likes. Now has the ball. Gates all alone, just misses. Lucy scooped up in the corner by Allegany. Xavier Taylor has it as he trots over the restraining line. Kobe Whitcomb fakes, passes down low, misses Miller. Becker now going for the loose ball right in front of his own bench, able to get to it before Miller does. Becker working on Jesse Jimerson. Becker tosses it up. Sinez. Gates Abrams in the middle. Waylon just misses wide. I'll tell you what, Waylon Abrams and Gates Abrams really are two peas in a pod. They are almost in sync every time. Just a hair off on that attempt. Geddes down low. Cloutier stopped by Watson. Cloutier was in the crease anyways, so it would not count as Watson made the save regardless. Braley Abrams with a skipper at Martin, who makes the save. Track meet right now as we are under 6:30 to play, approaching 6 minutes remaining here in the third period of play. It is the Allegany Arrows who hold an 11-9 lead over the Tonawanda Braves. Whitcomb goes behind the back, but Joel Watson there to deny him as he was looking to give Allegany the 3-goal advantage back. Grennan tosses it to the far side. Gates Abrams with it. Gates behind the back feed looking for Sinez. It doesn't connect. Behind the net, Sinez fighting hard with it. Tonawanda bench wants a holding call. Not going to get one. Up top, Hill stopped by Martin. Or must have been blocked in front. Either way, it will go to Allegany as with 5:35 remaining here in the third period of play, the Allegany Arrows call timeout as they do hold a 2-goal lead. To get a look at the man who has helped to keep Tonawanda in it, Joel Watson, has done a great job for the Braves in this one. Shots now 64-61 in favor of Tonawanda. As I will now take a look at the chat. Cobb saying Jason Chido is a dog. He is a dog. Playoff lacrosse for breakfast in Batangas, the Philippines. Great start for your day, says Mike Shiso. That's an excellent way to start your day here. As what a way to get your day going with some Blue Squatch Productions here. Former Nighthawks 20 years ago. Hanging as well. Chido, is a dog. Dominic DeCoco says the Braves could use a few more Hamburg Bulldogs. They produce some good lacrosse players. Do the Hamburg Bulldogs, that is for sure. As the teams making their way back out onto the floor, getting ready here for the last 5:35. As Allegany has the ball. Imagine this is a set play drawn up by their assistant coach, Zed Williams. Onto the timeout, and I'm sure that is going to draw the ire of Williams, as will that, as it looks like a high sticking call coming up against Allegany as Tonawanda could be headed to the power play here shortly. Watson is at the bench. Baker Printup has trouble hanging on to that pass from Gates Abrams. And Allegany gets a touch on it, and the penalty will be assessed. And this is a big one for the Arrows, as Chase Fraser will be off the floor now for 2 minutes or less. And no doubt about it, a swinging backhanded slash there from Fraser, just not going where he wanted it to. I'm sure no ill intent, as I don't imagine he ever wanted to hit Jensen in the head. Nothing good can benefit him there, as he just a bit off there, as he will sit for 2 or less, as Tonawanda on the power play here with under 5 to go, and they're going to turn it over. Bad time for a turnover coming from Patterson, but let's see if he can get it back. Patterson does just enough to disrupt the play and allow Waylon Abrams to scoop up the loose ball, as Tonawanda back out on the power play. Gates Abrams, Kent Baker Printup. Abrams on the far side, Waylon Abrams. Now Gates, low to high rip there, misses wide. Loose ball picked up in front. Allegany has it. Braves throwing in a few heavy slashes at Anderson to try and jar that ball free. To no avail so far. Anderson loses control here as Belter knocks it out, but Belter drives him into the boards along with Patterson, leading to possession being awarded to Allegany with 4:05 remaining in the third. 1:02 left in the penalty to Chase Fraser. Amos Whitcomb has the ball in his stick. It's a pick from Watts. We'll get another one here. Amos just trying to kill as much time as he can on this 30-second shot clock. Moves it over to Zach Miller. Miller flips it back. Watts fakes the shot, takes it now and misses wide. Chido got a piece of it. Watts will bat it towards the goal, as there was no reset there, and possession will go to Tonawanda. 3:30 now left in the third period of play. Could be the last chance here on the power play for the Braves. Tonawanda trails by 2, 11-9 the score. Allegany has led since the start, and they are looking to take it all the way, but Waylon Abrams has got other ideas. Waylon with an outside rip beats Martin, and it is a 1-goal game. How about this, as you get to see the end of it? We'll hopefully give you a better look at it here in a moment, as now you get to see Waylon blasted into the top right corner. What a nice shot from Waylon Abrams, as he has the 10th Braves goal of the game. Now homer off the draw, stopped by Martin. Nearly a goal there for Mason. Homer right off the draw, but Jace Martin continues to marvel here for Allegany. Waylon's now got his hat trick off that last goal. Under 3 to go. Kobe Whitcomb blasts that one right into the chest of Joel Watson as he makes the save. Now Tonawanda breaking forward here, looking to tie this ball game up at 11. Zach Terry hasn't had one yet, looking to open up his account here. Terry, we know when he gets going, he can often go for 4 or 5 as he scores in bunches. Now Terry with the shot, stopped by Martin. Once again, Chase Martin with an incredible save to keep the lead here for Allegany. At the moment, it stands at 1. Ball on the far side here for Allegany. The Arrows trying to kill as much time here on every possession as they can. Cloutier gets a low rip shot off, but just misses wide. Fraser able to get to it enough to flip it into the corner to force Jensen to go the full length of the field. here as he will toss it up to Owen Hill. 1:36 remaining here in the third. Gates Abrams has the ball in his stick. Abrams looking to get to the front, flips it back for Sinez. Sinez being hounded here by Ganciorek. Now over to Waylon Abrams. Waylon takes the twister shot there but misses wide. Loose ball, who's going to get it? Nathan Grennan first to it. Grennan moves it over. Hill stopped by Martin. Lucy in front. No timeout for Allegany as Sinez comes up with the rebound. That is where that timeout being used earlier comes up big here, as now an off-ball call gives possession back to Allegany. Not what Tonawanda was looking for here, as you cannot have any unforced turnovers this late in the game. Amos Whitcomb has 50 seconds on the clock, separating him from a Game 1 victory. Loses control here. Becker knocked it free, but Whitcomb has it back. Smith with a shot stopped by Watson. Fresh 30 here for Allegany. This is what the Arrows are so great at. 33 seconds remain. 25 on the shot clock. The Arrows trying to drain this clock down to 0 if they can. Fraser, shot deflects wide. No reset here. 21 left on the clock. Tonawanda doing anything they can to force a turnover. Becker and Hill in there. Pass over, finds Smith. Only 4 on the shot clock left. And now whistles are blown here, and timeout is called by Tonawanda as the Braves did just enough to get possession here with 8.3 remaining on the clock in the third. The shot's now 68-63 in favor of the Braves. Man, oh man, this has been a good one, as we got over 400 of you out there watching. Thank you all so very much for the support and for tuning in here. You guys have been treated to a good one here between these two rivals. Looking back at the chat, Leslie Kettle says time to dig deep, Arrows, and bring home this win. Dominic DeCoco been chiming in the chat as well. Joel Watson is as good as it gets. That is very true. Junior A team he's managing for is up in Orangeville as well. Yeah, Joel, a big presence in the Whitby lacrosse scene as well. But right now he is all focused on Tonawanda as he is at the bench. Got to go quickly here to the Braves. Hill has it on the far side. Got to get a shot off. Chido looking, shoot, stopped by Martin. Chase Martin with the final save of the game gives Allegany the 11-10 win, and the Arrows hang on and take game number 1 from the Tonawanda Braves in a thriller. Oh my goodness, it's not going to get any better than this between these two teams. Tonawanda did all they could, but ultimately the Braves just were down too much, and they put themselves in too big of a hole to come back from late in the game. And that was the story of it here. Allegany did just enough to hang on and get it to the finish line as they take this game 11-10. Here, what a win for the Allegany Arrows, as you get to see the crowd here that is, unfortunately for Tonawanda fans, going to go home disappointed as their Braves fall in game number 1. But have no fear, do not fret. Game number 2 coming at you tomorrow night right here at Logan Field, 7 p.m. start time in that one. Be sure to tune in. We'll have the action here for you on Blue Squatch Productions. Game number 3 down at the Allegany Community Center on Tuesday, August 5th, and 8 p.m. start time in that game. And then game number 4, Saturday, August 9th. That is also an 8 p.m. start time at the Allegany Community Center. Now, if we need games 5, 6, and 7, Game 5 will be at Logan Field on Monday, August 11th. Game 6 down at the Community Center on Thursday, August 14th if needed. And then if we need all 7, game number 7 will be here at Logan Field on August 15th. That is a Friday night affair. Now we will give you a look here at the updated Can-Am Lacrosse playoff bracket. And there you see it. Allegany holds a 1-0 series lead over the Tonawanda Braves after their 11-10 win here tonight. One more time, game number 2 will be tomorrow here at Logan Field at 7 p.m. Be sure to tune into that one, as it should be just as exciting as this one, I'd imagine. As we take a look at the chat, everybody loving what they're seeing here. As Terpy Toad, well, I hope everyone just had fun at least. I think everybody out there had fun. I know I did watching this one. This was such an entertaining game from start to finish. Looking through, Leslie Kennel showing her support for the Arrows as well. Matcha Lover cheering on the Arrows as well. So's Devin Bomberry. Appreciate you, Matcha Lover, as well. And then Let's Go Braves coming from Anthony Redmond. And then Mike Schissel, goalie war. Great game. Truly amazing coverage. We appreciate it. Thank you so much, Mike, for the kind words. And it really was a goalie war here between Chase Martin and Joel Watson, coming in relief of Jake Lazor after the first period of play. As we will now get ready to step aside. Going to go down and see if I can score some post-game interviews. But before we do, just want to make sure we say thank you to our great sponsors here tonight, Grandma's Approved and D3 Nutrition. Without their support, these streams would not be possible. Going to go down and try and see if we can score some post-game interviews here. So stay tuned, as we will hopefully have them coming up shortly here on Blue Squatch Productions.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Basin Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them that Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at Basin Bud Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Grandma's Approved and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given to Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd, at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you? Where are you from? Tuscarora Nation.
Joel Watson, Whippy, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda.
Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda. Jason Chado, Hamburg, New York.
Tyler Shonton, I'm a Crooked Arrow. Zach Belter, Wheatfield. Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Seneca Falls.
Jake Lazor,
Trevor Butts on the floor here with the victorious goaltender from Allegany, Chase Martin. Chase, that was just simply incredible. From the first shot to the last shot, you were dialed in all game long. Just tell us, how did you do it?
Just take it one save at a time, focus on stopping the ball. I got a good offense in front of me to keep the ball down their end, a good defense to put pressure on. So, they let me see a lot of the shots that I want, and we're able to do that tonight.
Now, I talked with Chase about what it was like for him as, a forward with, you playing as well as you were in this game. What's it like for you as a goaltender to know you have just such a star-studded unit on the other end of the floor that's really firing on all cylinders?
Makes a big difference, right? We get a lot of ball possession and a lot of time down the other end, and it makes, all those little seconds add up in a 60-minute game.
Now, you really have been playing your best lacrosse here in the postseason. How do you keep what you've been doing going into game number 2 tomorrow?
We just rest up, remember all the little things that we did right, what worked tonight, what didn't, and just, start fresh tomorrow.
Chase, thank you very much. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Trevor Butts down on the floor saying so long here from Logan Field as we say thank you all so very much for watching and for your support. As we will sign off. For my cameraman, Jason Pregel, I have been Trevor Butts saying so long and thank you for watching.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Basin Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York.